All right, people, what up? It's your boy Doc again. Coming at y'all doing another video for the night. I'm trying to make it up to you all because I haven't done a video in a good while, so I'm sorry for that, and sorry for the janky ass camera too. But it's this lighting. It's nighttime. You know, I need to change the light bulbs and everything in here. I've been a little too lazy designing and everything, so I haven't had time to change the light bulb. But it is what it is. But talking about the Dream Christina again, like I just said in the last video, I explained the little relationship history. The rumors, the relationship started off as a rumor, you know, but they finally admitted to it. Got engaged, got announced she was pregnant. In August, they get married at the drive-through Little Chapel wedding chapel in Vegas, where Britney Spears and Jason Alexander had that 55-hour little situation. Um, then they renewed their vows in December in Rome. But according to the statement that the Dreams Rep released, they filed for separation late 2009, which would mean basically late means December. So something happened in that time frame after the whole, the renewal of the vows and everything in December, and then they had the baby, and like they did a photo shoot and everything, and everybody know the infamous. I'm gonna call it infamous just because of this whole relationship situation. The Vibe magazine shoot, and then all of these statements like, oh, I don't give a damn about who don't care about a relationship or this and that. You know how the dream talk and everything. But yeah, so that's what happened. Then like you get to um so it's like they put on this nice front to make people think that they were good when the baby was born and everything. Because I remember they did a photo shoot for People magazine or something like that, or it was Us, one of them. But they like made it seem like their whole situation was good. And I should have known something was up, like when like the Dream was promoting Love King and everything, like a couple of weeks ago, like he was doing interviews. I was looking at some of the interviews and I was like, yo, like dog, you can't even say stuff like that because he was like, let me go back to this quote real quick. Um, let me see. I'm gonna get to this quote. 'Cause it was pretty hilarious. Well, not hilarious. It was sad, but still, it was like, okay, you really said that, man. Um, like the Dream was asked about, how he take care of the baby and stuff with his wife, Christina and stuff. And the Dream was like he'd rather not have changing diapers and such, leaving that work to Christina and the nanny. And he was saying in an interview that helping out turns into expectations. I'll get violent on the late night maybe 1 or 2 times, but after that, no. If Christina's tired, call the nanny, call Violet's granny. We got people. And then that's when the rumors started about, people asking about, the rumors about him and the assistant. And then Christina actually saw the picture, I guess, because she tweeted this thing, but she said, whatever you think, believe it. But she didn't go into detail what she was talking about, but people assumed that it was about the pictures because, I mean, it was in that nice time frame. But, of course, like, because of that, and then the fact that we haven't seen the Dream and Christina out in public in such a long time. And like that picture of the Dream and his assistant, don't that scene looks very familiar from when the Dream and Christina first were going together too. So I mean, it is what it is. But it's kind of it's sad though. Like I actually had high hopes for the relationship after they had the baby and everything because I was like, what, maybe it's a genuine thing because in the Dream, I can't stand the Dream anymore because everything he do is very staged. Like every picture you see him, he's looking into the camera. And it's like he's putting like even when they was going to the Ivy in LA and stuff, they first started going together. People was always talking about Christina Milian, but no one knew who the Dream was like that. So but the Dream was only looking into the camera, like things that made you go, hmm. And another thing too was that due to Christina's history of dating and everything like that, like Christina had this whole situation where she was going with Nick Cannon doing the first album that never ever came out here in the US, but it was actually pretty a decent pop album though. You gotta listen to it on the import level, but it was pretty decent. And Love Don't Cost a Thing, they're going together and stuff like that. So that was like her acting career. And Nick Cannon was an actor, comedian, occasional rapper. And then you get to the second album, It's About Time. That's when she started. Well, word was had that she was going with Joe Budden, and people also said she was going with Lil Jon, but you know how that turned out. But at that time, that's she wasn't really attached to no one at that time. Then it wasn't until no, I think at that time she was still attached to Nick Cannon. I think I gotta go back and remember. But then you had the So Amazing album where she was working with Cool and Dre, and then she started going with Dre, the producer, the tall giraffe dude in the group. Um, they started dating and everything, and that's when people started realizing like, yo, is Christina one of those people that fuck for tracks? Is that her whole motives? Because if you look at it, every time she has a project that comes out that's something major, it always seems like she's with somebody that's taking control of the project. Like with this album now, like Christina was signed to MySpace Records prior to hooking up with The Dream, and she had the album that was supposed to be coming out called Dream in Color. She had a single called Us Against the World and everything, and then she leave MySpace Records to go with The Dream and Radio Killer Records. With Radio Killer, The Dream was taking over the whole project, and they changed the album name to Elope, which they had a joint called Welcome to Vegas, Elope, which spoke volumes because of the fact that they did go to Vegas and elope. Then they had a lot of other joints too, Chameleon. They had a lot of nice joints. Zipper, and sadly, we may not ever hear those songs in full form because of the fact that the Dream and Christina are no longer together. So that means the Dream's going to take hold of all those songs. That means Christina's not going to want to record those songs anymore. That means Christina's going to go and do something else, which means we're going to have to wait a long time for another Christina Milian album. But it is what it is. That's the way it works. Like, of course, I'm going to talk about more of this on the FNL radio show this Friday night, and I'm going to talk about it more on the Doc Report. But this is just a taste of it, and this is like it. This the thing about the relationship is just that because of that whole mantra and everything, I finally started giving hope. Like, yo, maybe this is the real situation. But like in this case, like it's the Dream's fault. Like the Dream did something to fuck up, and he parading around his new chick and everything, and it's not a good look at all. And like his album is flopping, so it's a pretty crazy timing that he would go ahead about this whole thing. But it is what it is, and so that's a relationship right there. And I wish Christina the best though. Christina, I'm available. You're available. Let's become available together. Yeah. Well, but that's that right there. That's the whole thing right there. So what else I want to talk about in this video? I'm gonna talk about that more on Friday and everything on FNL Radio, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Um, something else I want to talk about too. Oh, one of the soundtracks y'all need to check out this week is Despicable Me. I haven't seen the movie. I want to see the movie. I want to probably see it today, later on today. But Despicable Me, the soundtrack, Pharrell scored the movie. He did some amazing things on the soundtrack. It's 10 songs, two classics up there. You got You Should Be Dancing by the Bee Gees and what's the other joint? It's another old school joint too. But the joints that Pharrell did, they're crazy. But the one song that's like the Minion Mambo, I'm digging that. Like I love that joint. Despicable Me, I love that joint. But it's one song in particular that's been like so fascinated to me, and that is the Unicorn song by Agnes, who's the little girl in the movie, one of the little orphans. That I don't know what it is about it, but it's so fluffy, and it's like, yo, it sounds. I don't know what it is, but I'm just fascinated by the Unicorn song. So shout out to Pharrell for doing that good thing on that soundtrack, and so you almost definitely need to check it out. And Robin Thicke got a joint out called My Life that was produced by by the Neptunes. So it was good to see another Neptunes and Pharrell collabo. I mean Neptunes and Robin Thicke collabo because we haven't seen that since Wanna Love You Girl, and that was '05. So it's good to see that coming back in again. Hopefully there'll be some more Pharrell, Chad and Robin Thicke joints on Robin Thicke's next album when he decides to record again. But that's in this video though. I thank y'all again for checking it out. I'm about to go to bed because I'm tired. I got another phone call to make real quick. So thank y'all for checking out the video and tolerating me and my mouth and everything. But thank y'all, and I'm gonna check y'all on another video real soon. So peace.